Hello everyone, I'm out here in my garden today and I'm harvesting some snow peas. And what I noticed that these snow peas are not exactly the kind of snow peas that I'm used to growing in the past. And because these actually said they're bush snow peas. And I had to actually put these on a trellis, as you can see. So they're now happily on this trellis, growing up this trellis. And hopefully they'll do a lot better than they were just being there on the ground. So this was my first time growing cucumbers up on a trellis. And I really didn't know if growing on the trellis was a great idea or how I would ever accomplish that. But what I started to do was come out here like every other day, and the cucumber vines would be growing out this way, and I would just take them ever so gently and guide them up the trellis. So after a while, they just grew up the trellis all on their own. And as you can see, the trellis is a little over 6 feet tall. And you see a cucumber right here that decided just to grow acrossward. And it makes harvesting cucumbers really easy. This is a pretty big cucumber right here. And here's my second cucumber that I'm training to grow up the trellis. And these are the newer cucumbers, but already they have cucumbers growing on them. This trellis is probably about 4 feet. So I only have, I think, 3 cucumbers plants growing on this one, 3 to 4. So these are, I believe, my big beefy tomatoes that are coming in. And over here I see some Roma tomatoes that are coming in. And these are my other tomato plants that are doing pretty well. I'm happy to see my basils coming in really well. Have a whole row of basil planted. I probably will transplant that into some pots. And then my cilantro is coming in really good. And also my sage. And over here, I have peppermint left over from last year that just grew up by itself, and I separate those into several different containers. And didn't have to do anything, it just grew by itself, so I'll be making some nice peppermint tea. I'm picking some collard greens today, and my collard greens are doing really well. I have 2 rows of collard greens here, and then I have a couple rows over there. Now this right over here is actually broccoli. I'm probably gonna have to thin this out a little bit. Looks like every single seed decided to germinate, which is actually not a bad thing. But anyways, we're gonna be eating some collard greens. There's so many different ways you can cook collard greens. One of the ways I discovered is you can chop them up, lightly saute them in like a egg dish, and yes, I put them in my eggs. Don't knock it if you haven't tried it. It's really delicious. And over here, I just planted some fresh spinach in this blank area next to the Swiss chard. And it's the slow to bolt spinach, so we'll see if it does well under this summer heat. And I have some carrots that's coming along in these 2 rows here, and they take forever to grow. Well, thanks for coming along on my organic garden journey. And once again, if you like gardening as much as I do, please come back for more gardening videos. Happy gardening!